Welcome to Chrono Wheels. Let's talk about a feeling that's gotten a little lost. In the rush towards more tech, more modes, more screens, and more complexity, we've drifted away from something simple, something raw. The feeling of a motorcycle that's just a motorcycle. No rider modes to debate, no electronic suspension to tune, just an engine, a frame, two wheels, and you. A direct, mechanical conversation between your right wrist and the road. For years, the Yamaha Bolt has been the quiet champion of that philosophy. It was the blank canvas, the affordable, lightweight cruiser that reminded us that fun doesn't need a price tag with 5 digits. But if there was one whispered complaint, one universal rider daydream, it was this: I love it, but what if it had just a little more shove? Yamaha heard you. They didn't overthink it. They didn't add a turbo or a hybrid system. They did something beautifully, brutally logical. They gave it more muscle. This is the 2025 Yamaha Bolt 1000. And it's not a revolution, it's an evolution done perfectly. They took the soul of the Bolt, its agility, its minimalist style, its accessibility, and gave it the heart it always deserved. Let's start with that heart. The old 942cc air-cooled V-twin was a charmer. This new 1000cc mill is a proper thug. Still air-cooled. Still a 60-degree V-twin, and still gloriously simple. Those big, blacked-out cooling fins aren't just for looks. They're a statement of intent. This engine doesn't need radiators or coolant hoses. It's old school, elemental, and proud of it. But don't confuse simplicity with weakness. This is where the magic happens. Yamaha has tuned this engine for one thing, and one thing only: torque. Glorious, low-down, gut-punching torque. We're looking at an estimated 80-plus lb-ft of it, arriving not at a stratospheric RPM, but right down where you live, around 3,000 RPM. This changes everything. What does that feel like? It feels like effortlessness. You roll on the throttle in any gear at almost any speed, and the bike just surges. There's no frantic downshifting, no waiting for the power band to hit. It's just instant, lazy, authoritative shove. It's the feeling of abundant power without the anxiety. It makes the Bolt 1000 a devastating stoplight predator and gives it a relaxed, mile-eating gait on the highway where you're not constantly rowing the gearbox. The soundtrack is that classic, syncopated V-twin lope, a deep, throaty thump-thump-thump that vibrates through the frame and into your bones. It's not the loudest, it's not the fastest revving, but it's honest. It's character. And that character is wrapped in a chassis that hasn't forgotten the Bolt's greatest trick, feeling half its size. The double cradle steel frame is a masterpiece of minimalist design. It's narrow, it's rigid, and it cradles that bigger engine low and tight. The genius here is in the weight, or rather the lack of it. Despite the extra displacement, Yamaha has kept the wet weight under 550 pounds. In the world of cruisers, where 700-plus lb behemoths are common, this is a revelation. Combine that low weight with the Bolt's famously short wheelbase and moderate steering geometry, and you get agility that feels almost illicit for a bike with this much engine. This isn't a lazy point-and-shoot cruiser. This is a bike that flicks through city traffic with the ease of a standard, that leans into back-road corners with a willingness that will make you forget you're on a cruiser. The Belt Final Drive is the perfect finishing touch. Clean, quiet, and maintenance-free, letting you focus on the ride, not the upkeep. The suspension and brakes understand the assignment. Keep it simple, keep it effective. Up front, 41mm telescopic forks provide that classic, confident feel. Out back, the upgrade to dual piggyback shocks is a big deal. It's not about getting massive travel, it's about consistency. Those reservoirs help manage heat, so the damping stays firm and predictable whether you're riding solo or two-up. It's a premium touch that pays dividends in ride quality. Braking is handled by a single, large wave-style disc at each end, with ABS as a standard non-negotiable safety net. This is crucial. With this much instant torque on tap, having that electronic guardian to prevent a rear wheel lockup or a front wheel washout in a panic stop is essential modern sense wrapped in a classic package. It's confidence you can feel. The look is pure, unadulterated bobber. The Bolt 1000 doesn't scream for attention. It earns it through its stance. The visual hook is that engine, a blacked-out, fin sculpture that dominates the frame. The peanut fuel tank, the chopped fenders, the wide handlebars, It's a recipe that hasn't gone out of style because it's honest. It's also a customizer's dream. The minimalist subframe is a blank canvas begging for a solo seat or a custom tail. The entire bike feels like it arrived 90% finished from the factory, leaving that last 10% for you to imprint your personality. Ergonomically, it's cruiser perfection. The seat is low, inviting, and accessible. The mid-mount controls and pulled-back bars create a relaxed, natural riding triangle that's comfortable for hours, but still lets you get some leverage when you want to hustle. You sit in this bike, not on top of it. The electronics suite is a term used loosely here, and that's a good thing. You get a clean, simple digital gauge tucked into the headlight nacelle. Speed, gear, fuel, odometer, nothing more. The real tech is in the background, that standard ABS, and the inclusion of a switchable traction control system. This TCS is the unsung hero for a bike like this. On a damp road or a slick manhole cover, that instant torque can easily overwhelm the rear tire. A simple, non-intrusive TCS gives you a safety net, making the bike more forgiving and all-weather capable without ever intruding on the raw analog fun. It's smart engineering that stays out of the way until you absolutely need it. So what's the damage for this perfectly executed dose of raw V-twin simplicity? Yamaha understands the Bolt's core appeal is value. The current Bolt R-Spec sits comfortably under $9,000. For the 1000cc upgrade, with its premium shocks and added tech, the projected manufacturer's suggested retail price is a strategically brilliant $999. Let's talk about that number. It's a psychological threshold. It keeps the Bolt 1000 firmly in attainable dream bike territory, far from the financial stratosphere of custom choppers or flagship baggers. For $10,000 you are getting a genuine, torquey, 1000cc V-twin engine with soul, a chassis that offers agility most cruisers can't touch, a timeless, customizable style that won't go out of fashion, just enough modern safety tech to keep you upright. It's a value proposition that's almost brutal in its clarity. It asks, why would you spend more for complexity you don't need? It's a direct challenge to bikes like the Honda Rebel 1100, offering a more visceral, less computerized experience, and a stark alternative to heavier, more expensive V-twins that sacrifice agility for sheer presence. The 2025 Yamaha Bolt 1000 isn't here to win a spec war, it's here to win a feeling war. It's for the rider who values connection over configuration, who believes the best electronic rider aid is a right wrist connected to a big piston. It's proof that in a world chasing the next big thing, there's still profound joy in perfecting a simple, brilliant idea. More muscle, same soul. So what do you think? Does the Bolt 1000's back-to-basics, torque-focused approach hit the mark? Or do you crave the tech and features of its more modern competitors? At just under 10 grand, does this feel like the ultimate no-regrets entry into big bore cruising? Let me know in the comments below. If you believe in the power of simple, honest motorcycles, subscribe to Chrono Wheels. Thanks for watching.